I've made some modifications to this aquarium because the lids that I acquired by using and purchasing the Sterilite totes from Walmart just does not keep him from splashing the water outside of the aquarium. Good evening, everybody. This is Yolanda with PEMG Hustle Woman Aquatic. And I haven't posted in a while. I've been very busy with the other businesses. But I thought tonight I would take the opportunity to go ahead and update you on how the aquariums are going on, or how they're getting along here at home. This here, of course, is Oscar, and I think I've discovered that he is also a male. So his name is Oscar. Man, I'm having a hard time distinguishing how to tell the difference. So if you guys are looking at him right now and you could tell me what he is for sure, I would appreciate it if you leave it in the comments down below. But I think he is a male. And he has been and is still very feisty with this aquarium. Let's put some lights on. There you go. He is, and still has been very, very, oh, sorry about that, but I'm going to leave it in there, has been very feisty. He is kicking things off of the side and the back of the aquariums, and he just have not adjusted to this tank very well. And I really think it's because the top here is blocking his view from the ceiling. He used to love looking at the ceiling in his home. So now, because I have what is technically a frosted top, he can't see the top of the aquarium. So once in a while, he gets a little frustrated and he kicks water out on me. I mean, he splashes it through all of what you see here. And I mean, this is my last result. So the next, what I have done now is I'm actually going to order a lid for the aquarium, because I can't keep doing this with him. He is feisty. Yes, he is. Now, over here, of course, we have albino. And you have to be patient with me because my hips are hurting today. The dog got his stuff all over the place, and albino is always her usual self. And wow, this really sucks, the glare. I apologize for it. But they both are growing. I just recently, a couple of days ago, did a water change. So their water changes are on time. And I too have put the what you call it, swimming noodles on her lid also, so that they can stop splashing the water outside of the lid. It's as if they know exactly how to pinpoint the splash. So, but no health issues so far. Everything seems to be going well with both aquariums. Maybe I should do it like this. Yeah, that looks better. You don't get any glare. So Oscar is still upset that he's in a 55-gallon with no upper view. And albino, oh yeah, that's much better. Is still albino. She's always been the feisty one. In the beginning, not so much, because she was the smallest of the two and I purchased them together. And as they got older, then the aggression, of course, you know, with cichlids always surfaces. So, but no fin damage, no fin rot. They're eating well. And you know, Oscars can become finicky when it comes to eating too. They can one minute be very aggressive with eating, then the next minute they don't want anything to eat for a couple of days. So when they go into that stance or into that mood, I usually don't feed them. I wait maybe a couple of days before I give them something to eat. That way the food don't sit up there and float around and become untasty to them. So that's Oscar, and this is albino. Yeah, I know. Leave it alone. It's okay. It is what it is. And they're doing okay. They're really doing well. I'm proud of them. They're going on 7 years old. Yep. I don't think I need any light for these guys. This here's Bubbles. Bubbles is doing okay. He is still in there with the corridors. There's one there. And he is... Oh shit. He is larger than the other two. And I do not and cannot locate Panda. Panda seems to have taken over the house here. And Panda is the original of the corridors. And the one you see there is from Susan at SLC Aquatics. It's from Susan from SLC Aquatics. And I recently did a water change on them. And at some point in the near future, very near future, they're going to need a complete overhaul with this aquarium also. And the Oscars too. I am looking for another fantail, very similar to the one I have here, to put inside this aquarium. I am looking forward to getting something, or if there's someone out here who are selling these or like to give me one, that'd be great. But I need to get another one. They're not quite that big. I like to grow them from little tots, and they become familiar with who I am. Like he know his name is Bubbles. Bubbles? Bubbles? Say hi to everybody, Bubbles. And that's Bubbles. See? He knows his name is Bubbles. Hey, Bubbles. And I think this aquarium has just gotten too small for Bubbles. Bubbles gotten a lot of black spots on him within the last few months. So we're going to move Bubbles out of this aquarium, and I think I'm going to put him in the 56. But this is the goldfish tank and the corridor tank. The other two are in incognito. I don't know where they are. And I'm not going to look for them either. But they're in there somewhere. Here we have the African cichlids. We have become adapted to our home. There are 2 left out of the 10. Well, actually there's 3, and we're going to talk about the third one in a minute. And this is Blue, and we call him Loca. Because he seems to act a little crazy at times. But this tank has finally gotten to a point where it's clear. I figured out what it was. I am a tetra chemical user, so I put in some Safe Start, which controls, according to this bottle, the nitrate and the ammonia. But it also helps with building a permanent bacteria, not bacteria. It helps the tank become, I can't even think of the word right now, but you know what I'm talking about. And it cleared up. It cleared up. So I have no more black mold on the flowers, on the decor, which is artificial. I have no more black mold on the rock. It has not surfaced at all since I've used the Safe Start made by Tetra. I did purchase me a magnetized window scraper to keep the mold off, but I have not had any issue. I've also purchased a UV light. Is now inside of their AquaPro filtration system, which is literally probably too big for this aquarium, but it flows and it is keeping it clear and clean. And this recently just received a water change within the last couple of days, and I am happy. They're hiding down here. There you go. They're hiding from me. Hey, Blue. Hey, baby. Come say hi to everybody. Hey, baby. Come say hi to everybody. Well, they don't want to be seen today. And the tank is clear and beautiful. I also purchased some black paper to put behind the aquarium windows so you don't see the curtains that are hanging there. So that will be done in the next couple of days. Now, you know I spoke of that there were 3 of the African cichlids left. And guess who still is around? Tailess. Tailess is still here, guys. You see him in the tube over there? Tailess is called Tailess, not because he's named after the television star, but because he has no tail. And someone please comment on the bottom of this video how long it usually takes for a fish of any kind to grow back his tail, because I have treated him twice. He is healthy, he is active, he eats, he is using the bathroom on a regular basis. He shows no signs of giving up, and I'm not going to euthanize this fish as long as he has as much life that he has inside of him. The only thing that I'm going to do now is I have just ordered a UV light for this little small tank, and I've also ordered a heater so that I can stabilize the water condition. Because right now it's a little cloudy, and he also received a water change recently. It's a little 5-gallon aquarium, and he's happy. He does what he needs to do. You see him in there? There you go. Hey, Tailess. And here are the South Florida river Oscars. And they are having a great time. They also have recently received a water change that has came off. And over here is shallow. Their colors are vibrant. Her tail recently has turned dark, and she goes through a fluctuation of colors. They're like chameleons. They change based on their mood. They see anything they see strange, like right now they see the camera, although I am behind the camera, they back off. There is something in our area that does not belong here, and I'm not sure whether or not it's mom. So she is taking a little hiatus behind the log there. My general goal with this aquarium especially is I am looking for an aquarium light like this one, okay, that the bulbs screw in. I do not want the fluorescent type of top aquarium. I don't mind having this light, but I want one like this that the bulbs screw in, not the fluorescent ones. If anyone out there know or have one for sale that the bulbs screw in, I would appreciate it. And I'm satisfied, because I don't particularly care for this one right here. I'm not a fan of it, but it is something that you can get fairly inexpensively, either from Target or Walmart, and it illuminates the tank fairly well. But that circle of that bulb can produce algae, and that's why I don't particularly care for it. Now today, for the first time in these 40-gallon breeders, I turned on the UV light. If you look at the top right, I'm sorry, the top left of this aquarium, you see the UV light that I purchased from Amazon. And I left it on for 30 minutes. And I have set this and this one over here. Okay, yeah, I'm spooking them with the camera, obviously. On a timer. So they'll be coming on every day for half an hour and then shutting off. And tomorrow it will be the second day that I am actually going to be UVing them, sterilizing the tank. I have not had sterilization in these aquariums at all because the Suns that I purchased with these tanks did not come with the UV light, and I did not realize that those aquariums did not have them. But now that's okay. I just went and purchased an 11 watt, which is way too big, probably for the 40-gallon breeder, but it's going to do its job. That's why I'm only leaving it on for a half an hour. Now, if at some point I think that I should leave it on for more than a half an hour, then I would do it in increments of maybe 10 to 15 minutes until things get better. Because if you look back there on the wall, and I don't know if you can see it from here, there's a little growth going on back there. But when I turned it on today, it kind of started disappearing. So obviously it's some type of, I don't want to say fungus, but some type of algae. It could be a fungus, but we are going to get rid of it with the UV light. And it disappeared. It was disappearing a little bit today as I kept it on. Now, I know that when you have a UV light, you're supposed to actually allow the flow of the water to go in front of this light. It helps. And I'm working on maybe creating an enclosure with ABS or maybe a PVC pipe so that the water can flow from where the outtake is through and past the UV light, or the opposite. That I would sincerely like to do, because the fish can't not directly look at this UV light. I've looked and read and researched, and it says that the light would eventually blind them. So we don't want that to happen. So we're going to either move that underneath the outtake here and put a pipe across both where it's not, you cannot see it, but we're going to continue to use this UV light, because I think every aquarium, because of the water situations, should be available for sterilizing the aquariums. Yep. So that there is camo. We call him camo because it looks like the camouflage. So we want to call him camo. So I call him camo. And he's a beautiful fish. They both have turned out to be a beautiful fish. And you wouldn't believe it or not, but this particular fish, this one, camo, was the aggressive of the two when they both were in the same aquarium. Now he seems to be a little shy, especially upon feeding, and he watches the African cichlids over here, and he's taken back, being a little skittish. But that's their personality, if you know the African cichlids. Not the African cichlids, the Oscars. But he see me. He's looking at that camera. What is it that you have there, lady? I see you. But I'm very proud of my aquariums. I still have 4 more. I have 2 20-gallon squares, rectangles, not the long tanks, but the regular. And I have a 65, and I still have another 55. So those are still awaiting a decision. I am going to put them on a shelving unit made out of cinder blocks and wood. And I'm going to put them all in the same area. That I have definitely made a decision about. We are going to be moving in a much smaller place within the next 30 to 60 days, maybe even less. And so setting those aquariums up in that manner, I think, will be beneficial for the small space. These are the last of the aquariums. I just wanted to do an update on how it's going, especially with the 56. It finally cleared up. I am thrilled about this aquarium right here. Uh-oh. Thank you for watching.